Hi, Dr. Everman. This will be my end of the semester reflection assignment. Um, I really just want to start this off by talking about my overall view of the semester. I think the semester went very well compared to my past semesters. I feel that I challenged myself way more. I had a harder schedule. I balanced more. I found a lot of ways to achieve work life balance, but at the same time, I felt that I improved in communication in professional and personal life. Um, and so I end this semester very, positive about what's to come next. Um, so first, I'm going to go over kind of my goals that I set for the beginning of the semester, and then kind of reflect on how they went. And then I'm going to talk about a little bit of how to improve and my action plans for next semester. So my first goal was to complete the emotional intelligence book, which really worked well because it was hand in hand with my long-term project. And I was a little skeptical at first. Like when you hand me that book, I was like, okay, I can do this. Like this is something that's not going to be new to me. But I learned so much, and I'm like sitting here humbly saying that I have no idea what I'm doing at the time or what I'm feeling, and a lot of those things that I learned were a surprise that I did learn about them, I guess, and that it really did cause me to like sit down and reflect. And I feel so much more confident in my relationships of how I'm coming off, and I even find myself doing it with in my personal life. Like I'll do it with my peers, or I plan on really practicing this when I have Casey Olemeyer coming up next year. But I find myself doing it in my personal life too, like talking to my parents, talking to my boyfriend. Like I feel like I recognize my emotions more and I'm responding better. So this is a really exciting thing for me. I think moving on again is going to come on to really making sure that I enhance it and practice it. So when I get Casey in the fall, I'm well prepared and I want to be the best preceptor I could possibly be for him. My second goal was to promote the athletic training profession by having them announce AT month at the last home game, which during my mid-semester reflection, you knew that didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. However, I was really pumped to see, like, I did post something on Facebook that was personal, a personal recognition of athletic training month, and I got a lot of great responses about it. And a lot of people came up to me afterwards asking me about it, and so that's really cool to me. It was something that like my student or my athlete had sent me a picture of her and me as I'm like wrapping her knee, and I stayed within HIPAA, and so I eliminated all the identifying factors. But it was really cool because you could see how dedicated I was, and my athlete was right there in the middle of the game, so I got a lot of questions about it because it was a really neat picture. Going on from there, I really just want to continue to promote the profession, and I'm going to try again this March coming, the next year or whatever, to do it again. And this time I'm going to prepare much better by going to them earlier and just giving them a little bit more of what it is about and why it's important. My third goal was to utilize one shoulder-specific outcome tool. I wanted to enlist at least 5 times for one patient to map progress. I did end up doing that at the end of the semester. I had a girl with a shoulder injury. And I wasn't specific in this goal, but I wanted to do a pro and not like a functional tool. I'm used to doing the lower extremity with my research project, so I love functional outcome tools. And even continuing this semester, I'm still trying to buy into the pros, but it's okay because I'm getting there. I decided to utilize the dash, and I didn't really like it. And I think that's what's cool about this reflection is that it gives me a chance to go, okay, I didn't like it, but that's okay. I don't have to like every patient-rated outcome score. And I can kind of figure out what suits my patient and what suits my population and what even suits me as a clinician. So I look forward to maybe changing that in this coming semester with the same girl who will have an ongoing shoulder injury. My fourth goal was to allow my student the opportunity to achieve all of her goals this semester in clinicals. As you know, that didn't work out either. I had a lot of difficulty with Imani. It wasn't her; it was her and me, and it was a tough situation that I dealt with. And I think that was one of the biggest things that made me grow as a professional and grow in my emotional intelligence. because I felt that I had to utilize concepts. I had to be a better preceptor, and I had to understand. And so I made all these adjustments, and it still didn't work out, but in the end, I learned a ton. And moving forward from this, my action plan is to be an amazing preceptor for Casey. I'm going to sit him down at the beginning of the semester, and I'm going to write down his goals. Like, I want to know what he wants to get out of this, what he needs experience with. I really want to make it student-centered. And I think that that's going to help with me being a second-year GA. I think along with that, my action plan is to help Connor, the new men's basketball GA. He won't have a student, but I know he was just a student, so I want to be the Sean of this year, because Sean was an incredible help to me. So moving forward, I want to be available for him, giving him advice, or just helping him in situations, or talking with him, or even just checking in on him and seeing how he's doing for the week and if there's anything I can do to help, because I know how overwhelming it can be. My last goal was to maintain my above 3.0 GPA, which I did. I'm really proud of that. But this semester was the biggest eye-opener because grades really didn't matter this semester. And this is the first time that I actually believed it. I learned so much. And it turned out where I wasn't even looking at my grades, I was just looking at the feedback. I don't even know what I have. I'm pretty sure I've got A's and B's. But it didn't turn out to be about grades. It didn't turn out to be about point value. It turned out that I learned a lot. And I studied more, and I paid greater attention. And I don't know if that was just because I was off season in the end, or if that really was one of my goals and what inspired me to do it. But I felt like I learned so much more. And maybe it's because I was appreciating the classes after having stats. I don't know. But it's very exciting. I love that I'm growing, and I can see it, and this is the coolest thing about this reflection. So I think moving on, I've touched on a lot of different things, but specifically I want to improve my preceptorship with Casey, and I want to be a more positive person. And one of those things is I never want to say never, because never's very definite. So maybe working on that. So I'm really excited for where this semester is taking me, and I want to see all the improvements that come forth. I think that's all I have to say, but thank you for a great semester. Thank you for a great first half of the DAT. I hope that you can see the improvements professionally and personally that I can as I sit here and humbly look at myself. And I'm really looking forward to becoming even better in the coming semesters. So thank you, Dr. Everman.